Hi, Amy with AJ's Vintage Designs and Fashion Toppings here, and I wanted to show you a little project. This is quick and easy, but these, you can find these at the Dollar Tree or Dollar General, and they're $1, but they're plastic. Okay, they're not real bells, and they need some sprucing up. I want to put them on my front door, and I want to make them look really rustic. And then while I was at it, I just picked up one of these little plastic, clear little ornaments too, just to have some fun with. But I'm gonna patina these because I don't like, they look cheap, but they're plastic and I want them to look rustic without having to go and actually buy rustic metal bells to have on my front door. So I'm gonna be tying these two together and having two metal rustic bells on my front door, and they're plastic, so I don't have to worry about them hurting my door as well when the door is opening and closing. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do one of them in Gravel Road and the other one in Coffee Bean, which Gravel Road is a very dark gray, and the other one's a very dark brown. And these are Dixie Belle colors, but you can use any, any chalk-based paint. I just prefer to use Dixie Belle. So what I'm doing right now is just basically, I keep my paints in separate bottles. This is the gray, and it's called Gravel Road. And this one is Coffee Bean, which is a very dark brown. And all I'm gonna do first of all is I just wanna get a base coat of paint on these, and then we're gonna be doing a patina process to make these look like they're metal. I'm not doing any prep on these. I have wiped them off, but they're plastic. These are cheap. I just want to coat a paint on here just so that this gold doesn't show through. And that's what's nice about using the chalk mineral paints, is that they stick to pretty much any surface. I'm gonna let this sit down. I couldn't get the greenery off of here without cutting it, and I want to keep the greenery on there just, for ease of hanging it. I might end up taking it off and putting something else in there, but for now, since I haven't come up with an alternative that I like better, I'm leaving it on there for now. If I get paint on it, it's okay. I'm gonna put a little ribbon around it at least. I just don't want this gold showing. I don't have to worry about brush strokes because, like I said, I'm gonna be putting patina over it. Okay. Just getting a coat on here. It'll probably take 2 coats to cover this gold. There we go. It'll probably take 2 coats. So I'm gonna let this sit for probably about 15-20 minutes, and I'll be able to do a second coat on it. And since I'm gonna be putting patina on top of this, I am not even gonna worry about changing out my brush. I'm just gonna go ahead and start painting the brown over this one. Because like I said, this is the undercolor. This is gonna be what's underneath. And I will be putting a ribbon at the top, so I'm not concerned about the top. Inside is greenery. I just want something to decorate my front door. And I saw these at the I believe ours is called the Dollar Tree, excuse me. The Dollar Tree is what I have by my house. And I see a lot of these ornaments that are made with a lot better quality materials. I know that on the surface, Patricia Presto, she makes a lot of these ornaments, and they're a lot better quality. They're nicer materials. And I saw them, and I thought they were so darn cute. I'm like, I want to do some of my own. But I know that it's called On the Surface, Patricia Presto, and she sells a lot of patina type ornaments. And it just inspired me to do some of my own for my house. Okay, so that's just one coat. I'm gonna let that dry for probably 15 minutes, and I'm gonna go back, and then I'm gonna put another coat on it. And then we'll start the patina process, and that's quick and easy. And the patina process is actually a lot of fun because it's very unpredictable. So let's let this dry, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I've got 2 coats on everything, just to show you the coverage. That is the Gravel Road, which is the dark gray. This is the Coffee Bean, which is the dark brown. And while I was waiting for it all to dry, I went ahead and painted that little plastic ball. And all I did was clean these. I didn't do any primer, nothing like that. This is just something quick and easy. Okay, and I didn't worry about coverage because, like I said, I'm going to be doing patina on top of this. Now I'm going to be using, I just have a little bit left. This is my old iron patina, which will give me the rusty look. And then I'm gonna be using the bronze patina, which is a gorgeous bronze color. And they also have copper as well, but I'm not using the copper today. I'm going to be using, on the bells, I'm gonna be doing rust, which is iron with green spray. On the little ornament, I'm gonna be using bronze with some blue spray, just so you can see the difference between the two. I have put these are the activation solutions. They come in a larger spray bottle, but I put mine in these little travel packs because then it mists and it's not a hard stream, and I like the looks of this better. So I do move my sprays into tiny little bottles, and you get these at any, you know, CVS, Walgreens. They're little travel spray bottles, and they're all plastics. I don't have to worry about anything rusting or corroding. So that's where I keep my sprays in. Okay, I'm gonna put my sleeves up. Okay, so I'm gonna start off the bronze off the side. I might add some bronze anyway, just to, you know, just for some fun. But what we need to do is use chip brushes, because with these metals, there's actual metal that's in this paint. That's what makes it react with the spray. So there's actual metal bits in here. And while I'm saying that, I'm gonna stir these up, because this has been a while since I've used this one. I haven't used this one for probably 3 months, so it's been sitting here. There's a little bit left in the bottom of the container. I didn't want to open up a new one, so I want to use it up on some ornaments. So I'm stirring up all the metal bits, and it is a gray color, but it will give me the rust effect. And then the bronze. Now the bronze is gorgeous by itself. You do not have to put activation spray on it. You can use this as just a regular metallic paint. Look at how gorgeous that is. Put that right up there. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so I just stirred them up to make sure the metal bits are all incorporated in the paint. And there's no rhyme or reason to this. Like I said, I use a chip brush so I can throw it away when I'm done. And I'm just going to pounce it. You can pounce it, or you can brush it. And I choose to pounce it because I like the texture that it gives. Because not very often when you have rust on something is it always like perfectly covered. I mean, like, you not very often does rust look like you've brushed it on. So I'm pouncing it, get it on thick, not doing full coverage. I just kind of randomly, just like that. So everywhere where you see the gray, I will be putting some activation spray on here on my second coat. We need to let this first coat dry as a base, and we'll start the activation on the second coat. Okay, let me do the same thing to this one. Okay, that's all there's to it. So you can kind of see it. We're gonna let that dry, so we're gonna set that to the side. Now this is gonna be a little bit messier because I gotta hold on to it, and then I hang it from my garage door. Just, you know, I hang it from this little thing right here, just so it can dry, because otherwise I have no way to lay it down. But I'm gonna show you real quick what the bronze looks like. And the bronze I'm gonna pounce on here. Isn't that pretty? Kind of just randomly all over. I love the bronze. The bronze, like I said, is very pretty by itself as just a metallic paint on furniture. So isn't that pretty? So I just pounced it randomly all over. It's pretty just like that, but we're gonna be adding some spray onto that. So I'm gonna hang that up so it can be drying. And if I want to, let me move this around. If I want to, I could add, just for some contrast, I could add a little bit of bronze on these. You don't have to stick with one patina. You can stick with, you can put all three, like copper, bronze, and rust on one, just for the effect. But I want this to be primarily rusted. Isn't that cool? I want this to be primarily rusty. Yeah, put a little dabs up there, a couple. Just for some looks. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing to this one so they match, since they're gonna be on the same door. Okay, see? They don't look plastic anymore, do they? But just wait. Okay, we're gonna let these dry. This first coat has to dry, so I'm gonna set my lids back on here. We're gonna let this dry. It'll take probably 15, 20 minutes. I'm gonna let it dry, and I'm gonna come back and we're gonna have fun doing our second coat and then adding the spray on, and then you get to see the whole chemical reaction. So let's let this dry and I'll come back. Okay, so I waited about a half hour and it's dried. So now it's time to have some fun. Okay, the next step is to apply a second coat of patina, exactly where we applied the patina before. I have my paintbrushes wrapped up in a little baggie here to keep them fresh. Okay, I'm gonna start off by I'm gonna do the bronze first because I want the iron on the outside. So I'm just going to, where I have the iron, or the bronze, I'm gonna do the same process. Dab it in the same places where I currently have it. You don't have to be exact, but it needs the wet coat for the activation spray to be able to work. So I'm being liberal with it, just pouncing it, not worrying about being neat. There we go. I'm gonna do one bell at a time because I gotta make sure it stays wet for the process to work. Now I'm doing the iron. You don't want to get this in your clothing, and I'm doing this out in my garage because you don't want this to get on anything in your house, your carpet. And since we're working with the spray, you want to make sure that you're in a ventilated area. Once again, that's why I'm out in my garage, so that I'm not in my house. Okay, so now everything's wet. Now, for the rust to work, to get that orange patina of rust, you need to use the green spray, the green activation spray. So I'm gonna shake it up, and I'm just gonna mist it all over. That's why I like using these spray bottles. They're not messy, and they give you a nice mist. There we go. So, and it does have a little bit of an odor to it. It has a vinegar smell to it. So I'm gonna set that to the side, and now I'm gonna do this other one. Okay, like I said, it smells like vinegar. Now let's do this little plastic one that I did. And this one, I'll put the blue spray on. So I got copper all over it. And this is just a clear plastic ornament from the Dollar Tree. All of them pretty much have stuff like this. Okay. This one I'm just gonna put the bronze on because the blue spray does not really activate with the iron, and I want you to get to see the blue spray. Okay, I'm gonna get my brushes out of the way because I don't want this to contaminate the rest of them. So I'm gonna be making a lot of these. Okay, so now I'm gonna spray it with the blue spray. The blue spray with the bronze reacts fairly quickly, but the green with the rust usually takes several hours before you see a chemical reaction. But isn't that gonna look cool? Remember that was clear plastic? Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let these dry. You can already start to see some of the chemical reaction happening. Okay, I'm gonna let these dry for several hours before I come back and check them. Like I said, the rust, which is the iron with the green spray, takes longer to activate. So don't panic if you don't see any change for an hour. It will change. It just takes more time for the iron and rust to activate than it does for the bronze with the other sprays. Now the bronze here with the blue, I'll probably have a chemical reaction within an hour, and it's gonna start to turn blue. And I'm gonna go ahead and hang this up. Or actually, I'm just gonna set it up. I'll lean it against here and let it dry. There we go. Okay, so now I gotta put my lids back on, and I have plastic underneath this so it doesn't hurt my table, but this is my crafting table anyway. It's like a Lazy Susan. And I'm gonna put my lids back on because I don't want anything to get in here to contaminate these. I'm done with my brushes. I can throw these away now. You do not wanna wash this in your pipes. Once again, this paint has metal in it. So, and then with the activation spray and everything else, you don't want this metal to go down your plumbing and cause you any plumbing problems. So I use chip brushes. Now these are going straight to the garbage. Okay, now I'm gonna come back when the chemical reaction has happened and you get to see how cool it's gonna look. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, so the patina process is done. I let it sit overnight. Isn't that neat? I didn't do the inside. I wanted you to be able to see the before and after. I'll go back and paint the inside of this, just the dark gray, just to finish it up, but you don't have to do that. But I wanted you to see that is overnight. I let it sit. And the green, that's where I had put that bronze. So that's bronze with the green spray. And then you see the orange, which is the rust. That's the iron with the green spray. I'm gonna show you a couple different ways to seal them. And what I'm gonna be doing, let's move this stuff out of the way. The first one, I'm gonna be coating it with what's called Dixie Belle's Patina Guard. But if you don't have this, I'm gonna show you another option as well. Now, these are chemicals. So it's recommended that you wear a mask when using these. However, since I can't talk with the mask on, I'm going to be doing this one project without a mask. This does have a strong odor to it, so you do have to be in a ventilated area. And take a mixture. I'm gonna stir it up a little bit. It's just like water, it's like clear water. This is formulated for patina. I'm gonna use a little craft brush. I'm gonna throw this craft brush away when I'm done. See how it really brings out the shine? This is formulated for patina, so you won't have any of the white ghosting from a regular top coat. But I'm also gonna show you on the ornament that you can use a regular top coat on it as well. You just might get a little bit of a different look. But the Patina Guard, like I said, it has it's a chemical. So you do want to wear a mask and be in a ventilated area, but it's formulated for patina. And it seals in that patina, so you don't get that white powdery residue coming off. Because there is a powdery residue, because it's a chemical reaction. I've done this to furniture, artwork. I've done it to canvas. I've done it to glass jars. So the patina can be put on any surface. If you are using a metal surface, like if you're painting a metal sign or anything that's metal, then they have what's called pre-start, which is a primer that you would put on first. And that is so that the chemical reaction doesn't keep eating it up at the metal, because the spray does interact with the metal bits in the paint. So if you're painting on a metal piece, then it's going to continue to react because there's a lot of metal there. So you would put a primer on it called pre-start. See how that really richened it? I want the two bells to match. So I'm going to quickly do this one. See how that one turned out? Okay. Now, put the lid on this so I'm not breathing it. Okay. So for this one, I'm going to show you another alternative. If you don't have any of the Patina Guard, you can use a clear coat. I like to use Dixie Belle's clear coat in flat because I want that flat finish. I don't want there to be a lot of gloss to this. So I'm just pouring a little bit in here. And basically, it's a water-based top coat, but it does dry clear. So you can use a water-based top coat to seal these. There's also gator hide that makes these more water repellent, water resistant. And I'm just brushing it on. This is the bronze with the blue spray. So I'm just getting a thin coat on here. This is an ornament, so it doesn't have to be like sealed for outside. If I was going to be putting this ornament outside, then I would be using the gator hide, which is, like I said, the water repellent, water resistant. It's not waterproof, but it's water repellent, water resistant. And so it's a tough top coat. I use it for outdoor furniture and everything. So there we go. And that's going to dry, and you'll be able to see that blue. I'll show you. The blue does come back when this dries, but right now it's wet. So I'm going to go ahead and let this dry. Oops. I'm going to let this dry for probably about 20 minutes. You want to make sure you don't have any pooled up areas. I just saw a pooled up area. There we go. So I'm going to let this dry for about, maybe I'll give it an hour. And then I'll come back and show you the finished results. Okay, now that everything is dried, I'm really happy with the results. Look at how cute these things are. They have the patina around them. And remember what they looked like before. They were these plastic, cheapy little bells, and now they look like they're made of stone. There they are. I just put a little ribbon around them, and this is the original ornament that was on them when I got them. I just put that back on, but I added some little like burlap ribbon underneath. There's that one. This one got a lot of texture on it. See, you can see all that rust. I love how they turned out. Now the little plastic one, the clear plastic one, there we go. Fun and rustic. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and put these on my mantle. I think they're gonna be super cute with my farmhouse decor that I have. And I have these cute little metal looking bells for very little money. I think I did this whole project for under $5. Can't beat a price like that. Okay, well, here you go. Nice and easy. And once again, this was sealed with the patina guard. And this one was sealed with just a regular flat water-based clear coat. I used Dixie Belle's flat, but this was sealed with the water-based clear coat. So as you can see, either way works. And that's about it. Okay, well, if you haven't already done so, make sure you like and subscribe down below and click on that little bell so it notifies you each and every time I put a new video up. And you can also follow me over on my Facebook page and Instagram at AJ's Vintage Designs. I do a lot of live painting tutorials there as well. And I have a blog, www.ajsvintagedesigns.com. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and take these in and take their cute little pictures. And until next time, I hope you have a happy holidays, a wonderful new year, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.